This is where the AV desk is situated at the moment. And I've drawn this green arrow to indicate where the signals need to get to and from in order for the AV desk to work. So to be clear, the free radio mic, which goes on the lectern, is located here. And the lapel mic is usually behind the altar here. Now on this desk are the two radio receivers for the mic here and for the lapel mic. So not only do the radio signals need to go through these bits of rock or around them, there's also the issue that the screens here have their own electromagnetic signals and interference, which interacts with these two boxes here, these two radio receivers. So I'd suggest to you the issue with the lapel mic isn't the wire or isn't necessarily its age, but as much as anything else, the fact that we've got lots of interference stopping the radio signal from the mic getting to the receiver down here. And that's an issue we need to address. Now, the first way we're looking at addressing that is by getting a new AV desk, which will separate the screens from the radio receivers, and that will cause less interference. So that will help. But the other, as I'm indicating, is moving the AV desk so that it's in a direct line of sight or direct line for the radio signals to get to it from the front. And I guess the other thing I wanted to explain is that at the moment our AV stuff is still very spread out. So in the cupboard under the stairs that goes up to the organ loft, we've not only got the organ heater, we've got a CD player. I'm not sure what this receives signals for, but we've got our AV loop receiver, and we've got a mixing desk which feeds sound through not only to the speakers, but actually to the AV loop. So you've got lots of equipment here in this cupboard, as well as having the receivers out in the main body of the church. So the main thing that Nick, the AV person, recommended was we move all this stuff together into a dedicated desk so that it's not interfering, it doesn't cause interference, and so that it's neatly in one place rather than being spread out. So the place that it makes sense to have that, again, is at the back of the church where the main AV desk would be. This is an image of the AV desk at St Paul's, and I don't mean St Paul's in Ruislip, perhaps I do mean St Paul's in Ruislip, the church that Michael Selby's at. So they've got this desk here, it doesn't have screens in it, but they do have all their AV receiving equipment up here with above St Paul, it is St Paul, so it is St Paul's Ruislip rather than St Martin's, the radio receivers up here on this column. And I just thought you might value seeing how that then fits into the general shape of the church. So these are socially distanced chairs with the AV desk at the back and all of the gubbins in one easily convenient place, namely that cupboard.